Welcome back, guys. Episode 188. We are 12 episodes off the big 200. But man, before we get into anything else, I gotta introduce my boy, my co-host, my day one, Brando Baird. We're lacking a guest, but we're lacking a host. But how are you, brother?
Dude, I'm good. It's been far too long since it's been like a duo podcast.
Yes.
And it's nice. Yeah, I miss Caden, but get out of here, kid. We got to talk. The adults have to talk now. So
Absolutely.
uh,
Couldn't have said it better myself.
yeah, it's good though. It's short week for us, right?
Very.
We got some travel. We got a travel day coming up. We'll talk about soon, but yeah, I don't know. Feels good. Feels good to talk.
Yep. And we have a couple topics coming up, but before we do anything, I gotta read the show sponsors. You guys know me, so hey, shout out to Welts Clothing, Scott Stewart and Corey over there. They just dropped another Welts Wednesday today, the day that we are recording, or tomorrow. Sorry, the day after we're recording, which is right now. Dope blue drip shirt. Is that what you would call it? A blue drip shirt?
It is, yeah, like one of these, but in like baby blue.
Yeah, I got to pick myself up one of those. I'm a teal guy myself, and it just looks fantastic. That shirt looks fire,
Yeah,
right? Like Welts, they kill it with whatever shirts they do, and it at least whenever I see a person that's wearing Welts, I'm like, man, that guy probably works harder than everybody else.
yeah. I saw. I didn't get his name during this weekend. I think it was Saturday
I
morning,
did see
maybe,
someone else wearing a Welts shirt.
wearing one of these,
Yep.
walking by. I was like, dude, hell yeah! Lifting mine up. I tried to take a picture of him walking. I didn't want to. He had his hands full and everything.
Uh,
Didn't want to stop him completely, and we're getting ready to go on the field, and take a picture. But I got one of him walking, so I'll see what I could do with editing it a little bit, and then we'll send that or something. But yeah, dude, just walking around at the field wearing another Welsh shirt, dude, representing.
there we go, right? And so thank you, Scott Stewart and Corey. We really appreciate you guys. If you guys ever need anything, we got you. And second, Hormesis paintball. Try going to a paintball field without seeing something Hormesis on somebody. Good luck. I bet you were at the point where you could bet $1 million you would be able to get that. You know, everybody rocks Hormesis. They're a great brand, homegrown, within the heart of paintball. It is a great brand that we're absolutely proud to rep. So shout out to Alex Frazier and Oliver over there. They've got a ton of stuff going on. Last but not least, Capital Edge Paintball Park. We were there this weekend. Oh man, I'm super excited to get into what we had going on this weekend.
Me too.
Man, if you're in the Northern California area, come on over. We'll take care of you. So
Hmm.
we'll have a good time over at Capital Edge Paintball Park. They just had Glow Ball, right? Glow Ball
They
was just
did.
done, so we didn't get to do it because we were kind of like, hey, we want to make sure we get a good start for practice, because we're not. I mean, I wasn't in a hotel that was like 15 minutes away. I was staying at a homie's house an hour and a half away, right? So
Yep.
make sure we get some good sleep. Sometimes you got to sacrifice the fun to make sure you get a good productive practice in, especially when you're playing against, I guess in our case, punching up. So,
Mm.
I mean, shit, Brando, why don't you get into that, brother? What was this weekend up to?
Yeah. This weekend, the grinder. It was we were fortunate enough to get out there and sharpen our swords at Capital Edge, playing against Uprising, Aftermath, and Impact. Um, I Not all of Impact was there. I think they had like 7 guys, 6 or 7 other guys, but still, I mean, it's yeah. You name any of those 5 guys, and it's a starting lineup on any team.
For sure.
Um, yeah. So I mean, it started what Sun Saturday, early Saturday. We had 2 different field layouts on each field. We played, one field one Saturday, field two then on Sunday. So helps us with like the little kind of blind layout, right, that we're about to get into. um,
And that was very nice of them.
but
They did not have to be like, hey, we're gonna play field one and then field two. They could have been like, oh, we're just gonna play field one all weekend, right? But
yeah.
they helped us out with part of our WCPPL prep board because it's like, dude, that is a complete blind layout, and
Hmm.
those guys don't have to worry about a blind layout, right? Those guys get to practice the NXL layout a week and a half ahead of time, you know. So
Hmm.
thank you to those pro teams. Genuinely, that was very courteous, and they did not have to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And dude, that layout that we played on Saturday, the that was a USXBL layout.
Dude, that shit was
God damn,
fun, dude.
I
Oh
liked that
man.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully the WC is like similar to that. That's what I was like really had my fingers crossed on, because that was a fucking fun layout. And I don't know what the other layout was, but it yeah.
I think it was
Um,
a modified modified USXBL prep. You know how they have like the
gotcha.
preparation layout?
Yeah, yeah,
I think that some of the Aftermath and Uprising already played that practice layout. So they at the end of the day Saturday they went back out there, were moving some bunkers around to where he had like a brand new fresh field, right? But it was still
yeah,
kind of the same. It had like the foundation and the bones of that practice layout,
yeah,
but it was new to us for sure. Absolutely new
yeah.
to us. I didn't play it, right?
No,
So
no. I got it from Michelle because they played it at uh, down at the in Modesto the weekend before or something. And I didn't even notice it was a like the prep layout or something. But yeah, I that played differently. We'll get into that one. But on Sunday, I mean, it was all of us, all nine of us went out there. Um, and we were running like what did we play first? We were starting to play,
are you
I
talking
think
Saturday or Sunday?
Uprising Saturday. We
Saturday.
started against Uprising
Yep.
first, and they were doing we were doing like 5 points, right? We were playing each other for 5 points. Then we
Yep.
switched teams, 5 points, switch teams and whatnot. Um, and I don't know. I felt that at least the USXPL layout, we had a pretty quick understanding on how that field kind of broke out,
For sure.
and then the 2 or 3 man ops went from there, uh, depending on the variable and the situation. But it's it was it was a fucking grinder. It's we're playing against pro teams. We've said it for years now. Whenever you're playing against them, it's the window of opportunity is slightly open, and it's open for a brief second, and then it quickly closes for anything.
Yes.
Um, and and like you if you're not reacting off of it, off of everything, it's window closes, but you also have to get information out at the right time, and just less mistakes have to be made, and everything, just to even not necessarily or win against them, but at least be like competitive, right?
For sure.
Um, and I felt that we didn't start necessarily bad
I thought we started
against it. It was
really
just
good, to be
we
honest.
did, we did, we did. It was like we won the first 2 points. I think they won the
Very
next two. I don't know.
convincingly.
Yeah. And that another thing is they're able to adjust
Quick.
just a little quicker than us.
For sure.
So, and it just comes down to experience as well. And but it I felt early on Saturday there was a little disconnect, right, between one side or the other, getting the right person in the center of and the order of operations on this layout for our center guy, or our quarterback or whatever.
Yep.
um and it took a little bit. Took, I think, what playing against Uprising and Aftermath, I felt once we got to Impact, it felt better. The flow of information from wire to wire felt a lot better. And man, yeah, I think everyone played really good. Um, there was no like, yeah, of course there was. All right, these people are hot, but don't want to run anyone down in the dirt, and we got to get everyone else spins with each other, not necessarily like line A and line B.
We have a starting five, and then the rest are slightly below that starting skill level.
yeah, are fighting for
They're fighting for a
the sixth
spot,
spot
right? They
essentially,
they, they
right?
have to genuinely like pull some of the starting five off because the starting five were playing, like, at least when we were together, dude, we were playing really, really well, right?
Yeah.
If it was like because there's a starting five, then there's the ones fighting for their spot. Whenever the starting five were in at the same time, not deviating, not putting like, oh, this guy's here replacing this guy, but when it was the starting five, man, we played so well. Like, and it was nice being able to play Uprising and Aftermath first, because once we got to Impact, we were warm already, right? And I mean, don't get me wrong, there were some points where Impact completely fucked us up and blew us off the field, right? But dude, there were points where, man, that shit was absolutely super close, and we even won multiple times. Like, I would say our Impact points realistically were probably like 60-40, 60 in favor of Impact. That's how I would probably say. Right?
On Saturday, I could mostly agree with that, give or take a couple. Yeah.
I would say the Sunday matches, they were way more acclimated to us, where it was probably like 70-30 in favor of Impact. I thought we were playing well, to be honest.
Yes, yeah. Not saying like we played bad, and again, we'll get into Sunday, and for Saturday, at least for me, for myself, I only played the first 2 points, and then I didn't play at all. I didn't touch the field at all on Saturday after that. Right? Yeah, and that was, I don't know. I initially went out there, played the first two, cool. We ran the same line back to back, and we switched everyone out, or at least like 4 of us out because we had 9. Put everyone else back in. I think I may have called the line or something.
You were doing a lot of play calling on Saturday.
Yeah, well, it was like, when it came to the 5th point, I called the line, and then from there it was like I just kept calling lines, and at some point, like, I didn't necessarily want to like put myself in, right? Constantly, I was like getting everyone else in, and then it was like, well, I haven't played in 6 or 7 points. I mean, you guys are doing well. I'm cool with this, and everyone, guys are kind of like, all right, what's the line, Brando? Okay, this and this. We're gonna do this kind of thing. And then Chim's talking to me. He wants this person in, or he wants this person behind this person, or push this. You giving me little things here and there that he wants to see us do, but not necessarily giving me a line or anything, because he's running the points for the whole field. So that was a different role for me, calling lines and coming up with somewhat plays, I guess, some breakouts, which I didn't. Calling the lines, try to make it make the most sense for us. Coming up with the breakouts, there wasn't much variancy. I felt like I wanted to make the spots that were makeable without too much risk, but maybe a slight adjustment on 1 or 2 guns on this person, maybe this secondary move up the center instead of out wide, just a little bit variancies, and then just letting you guys, play the situation at hand, right?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on all of that?
I thought that realistically, the way the field was possibly being played was there was realistically 5 ways you could play it, like total, right? Without doing like some crazy bullshit, 50 fucking Dorito off the break, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, for an actual play that would work against a professional team, there was realistically 5 variations of it. A push the Dorito side, attack the snake side, attack the middle, and then maybe have a guy float here and then bounce back and vice versa, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing really too much. I thought that it was very interesting because I was like, Brando's calling a lot of plays and not playing. What the fuck's going on? Because in my head, I'm like, is he hurt? Because I'm just like, why is Brando calling plays and not in? Because obviously we played those first 2 points, you and I, and dude, we smacked. So I was like, why is he not playing more? because in my perspective, it was very, very interesting. But I thought that you were calling the plays very, very well. And I mean, the running joke that we have on the team is there are wizards and then there are job guys.
Not brains. There's
Right,
brains.
yes, there's brains and job guys, right? And realistically, everybody in the starting five has complete potential to be the brain,
Mm-hmm.
right? I would say a lot of those people that are reaching for the that are competing for their spot, a lot of those guys are job guys, and they just need to adapt more to being a mind player, a brain player.
Yeah.
And what a better way to do it than against some of these pro teams, right? Where you're being thrown to the fire. Because if you make them, because dude, if you're a brain and you make a mistake, dude, no joke, you lose. That is what it is like playing against pro players. If you say, hey, look this way, and a guy doesn't do it, or like you guys both don't switch, or it doesn't happen in time, dude, play's fucked. You just lost.
Yeah.
You know, and the layout was just a ton of fun. I thought that there were multiple times where we were doing fast points because I felt like we were shooting a lot of people off the break. I felt like we were shooting a ton of people off the break. Probably like 70% of the time we were shooting somebody off the break, or within the first, or at least within the first like 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Right, very, very fast. And at least to me, that put a lot of confidence in my head, because I'm like, okay, we're doing these fast point where say if we shot a guy off the break and then they kill us, then now we're in a 4-on-4. I feel like those really long points were really, really good for us. Really, really, really good for us, especially on a blind layout where we walked it for 30 minutes in the morning and then played it all day.
Yeah.
Right. And it put us into a position where we have to adapt really, really quick. And, I guess now that I'm looking at it, it was really good that you kind of like stepped back and played that role, because now at least you have that experience when we do go into WC where it's like, oh, dude, this is what I'm seeing. These are the weaknesses that I'm seeing. Mm-hmm. Hey, this person's making this mistake. Put him here instead. Or you know what? Hey, this person on the other team, they love pushing the Dorito side. Put a guy here. Stop him.
Yeah, that was the thing I really enjoyed about me doing that, was watching how the pro teams were breaking out and what they were doing, looking at their tendencies. And again, you do that at any of the other tournaments, right?
Yeah.
But it was like me taking, usually the other tournaments, I take that information, right, and then apply it to me on the field. Like it's a little tougher on the field because I have to be aware of their tendencies, but also coordinate with our guys on the field at the exact same time. It just, the processing power, it's tough. Whereas there, I was watching their tendencies, watching what they're doing, and then adjusting either the line or a gun or something in order to counteract what they're doing. And yeah, it was fun. It was fun mentally. And talking to Chim, right? It was like, hey Chim, this is what I'm seeing with them doing that, and him and I talk real quick, and all right, boom, this is what we'll do. Okay, cool. I'll go call the line. So picking his brain a little bit more too, on that end.
It was very different yin and yang when we had you and Chim, right? Chim is fucking in our fucking face telling us, dude, if you do this play, you are a fucking idiot, right? If you go here and look this way, you are fucking waiting to die, right? And then you were a little bit more soft-spoken, a little bit more reserved, to where it's like, hey, this is the setup that we need to have. This guy shoots this. Go out there and handle it, right? You were a lot more hands-off, lower volume for sure, which, just like I said, yin and yang, right?
Yeah.
And there are times where the yin, where you need that to be in your face, right? At least for me, that works really well, right? As an attacker, right? And I felt like that. Me and Chim were having a lot of conversations where it's like, he's like, hey Hatch, this is you need to fucking do this, right? When you get into this situation, recognize this, communicate, go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Certain people or certain times, something has to be beaten into us, but
that's an understatement.
Yeah, but for the most part, I feel like I have confidence in everyone on the on the team, and whatever line we have, it's like, all right, cool. Like as long as if I'm playing, as long as I know everyone's where everyone's going, what everyone's doing, who's job guy, who's not, whatnot. From there, I trust everyone else is going to do their job, uh, and as well as they'll listen to me on the box or on the field,
Yeah.
and I have full confidence that you or Paul or Marv can step in to where if I'm not there either, it's like any of you three can do the exact same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And anyone will listen to you guys on the field. So I don't know. It was just yeah, it was a lot of like, all right, you go here, here, there, boom, we'll do this, done here, and do your thing. I don't know, work with your two,
Yeah.
figure it out.
Cody Woodruff had a very 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 former guest that we just had. Shout out to that guy. Love that guy. Got to
Mm.
learn a lot more about him this weekend for sure. He just made a TikTok and he was like, you need to communicate with your teammates before the point, right? When you go out there and you guys are walking out to the box, be like, hey, Brando, what are you doing? Where are you shooting? Hey, Marv, where are you going? Where are you shooting? To where it's like you can kind of put the game together already to a certain degree before it even starts, right? As long
Yeah.
as nobody gets shot off the break, it's like, okay, you know what zones are covered, you know what
Or
moves are already open.
even if they get shot off break, like shit, this zone is not
Oh
covered.
shit, Marv's
Let
supposed
me
to watch the
switch to this
snake.
person.
Yep, exactly. Let me switch. Hey, Brando, watch the snake. We just lost Marv.
Yeah.
So
So
I thought that it was just an overall great practice. And Aftermath, dude, those guys are some serious killers, right? I thought that we had a ton of grinders against them, really really long points. I feel like uh, Aftermath was the team that we had the longest points against, to where like multiple times where I was with, I don't know, I don't remember pretty sure his first name is Steven. I think he was one of the, is that the guy we took the Polaroid with?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That his name was
Him and
Steven,
Cody. Yeah.
right? Great player. He was their Dorito guy, and me and him were doing multiple times where we gunfighting, like exchanging blows down the Dorito side, and um, it was just so good because like they had to keep me on my toes constantly, right? And there were multiple times where they would come to our side of the field to where I would have to make like some kind of like dynamic move, like kill a guy and then run down, right? It it gave us a lot of confidence because I was like, man, these guys are pros. The window of opportunity is so slim, and the fact that
Mhm.
I'm able to at times snap a guy out and then run two more down, it was like that. I don't even know how to describe that feeling. Like that dopamine hit where I was like, man, like I can do this. Like this is truly in my grasp. You
Yeah.
know, like where, if, for instance, I guess an analogy would be like, dude, we're literally killing titans. We are going against the people that we looked up to as kids. At least for me, it was when I looked up to as a kid, right? And we're going out there and fucking shooting them.
Mhm.
You know, it it is just so much fun learning.
Yeah.
One quote that I like to say, especially when I practice, is like the only L we take is learning. You know, it was so much fun learning, especially because it's like at least the Aftermath Uprising guys, they would be like, oh, you bounced me, you bounced me like coming through here or something like that, or like
Yeah.
you know like they were like, hey, where were you shooting, like where were you aiming at right here off the break, because you shot our back guy, like what shot are you shooting, and
Mhm.
we were just able to kind of like go back and forth with that kind of good camaraderie. Was, if I'm being honest, like it felt like we earned a lot of respect.
I like to think so. I like to hope so. I like all those
Or at least
guys.
I feel like we at least maintained the respect that we had, right?
Yeah.
Or to the point to where at least, like, look at Shane Howe. Shane Howe is on Uprising, and seeing that guy, he's like, Hatch, and I'm like, Shane, what up, baby? Right? And we give each other a big old hug. And dude, I've been watching, that guy's been playing probably longer than I've been born.
Yeah.
So it's like it's that kind of thing where you really do get to kind of meet your heroes and compete against them, right? Obviously, we're not competing in the Pro and XL, but in the small form of being at the Sandlot Capital Edge Paintball Park, right?
Mhm.
That's what it's all about, you know.
Yeah.
Is
Being able to share their field with them, even in practice,
I,
it's fucking cool.
bro, I remember literally like just barely 2 years ago where we were like we would be waiting, we'd be salivating at the mouth, itching to get inside those nets with them, right? And then Dave would be like, "All right, come on over." Where it's like,
Yeah.
drop
End
whatever
of Sunday.
later.
Yeah.
Peace out, y'all. We got to go run points against Impact and Dynasty, and now the fact that we get to like share the field with them on a regular whenever they're out there,
Mm-hmm.
they think we're good enough competition to where they're not just fucking slapping us around.
Yeah, that's what um uh, that's a lot of the takeaway I've had this last like year and a half or so of even when it was just Impact coming out, like, yeah, we're a Capital Edge sponsor team and whatnot, but we still have to be formidable enough that it makes sense for them to play us,
Yes,
right?
because if we're just getting slapped around at that point, it's like, dude, you just like for Impact, they're just fucking shooting sitting still targets, some stationary shit.
Yeah,
It's like, well,
yeah.
what really
Not
is that
it,
doing for them?
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And
So
Dave has to be low key the bad guy. If we're playing like shit, he's like, bro,
oh yeah,
bounce.
yeah, and that's like the pressure that we have, not just from them, but like on ourselves of like, do we not not we don't want to play bad or anything, not just because we don't want to lose, but look, we have to learn and everything. We're punching up, as you said, but we also don't want to lose this opportunity. I
Yeah,
mean, we
there.
might
It's a
if we
very very
play
fine line.
if we play bad enough, we might not get this opportunity for 6 months. So
That is absolutely accurate, and you're absolutely correct, right? We have to look at it like sink or swim, and at
mm,
least especially like kind of what you said about like, the past year and a half. I genuinely feel like we've been swimming. I
yeah,
genuinely feel like we have been done nothing but improving, and the more and more points we play against them, the long drawn out ones where sure we may lose in a 1-on-1 at the very very end, or it's like a 2-on-2 and then a dynamic bunkering has happened and then boom they push the buzzer and they win, right? The more and more we do that, dude, the the access of knowledge that we have in the vault we call our brains, dude, the wrinkles on our brains are so fucking veiny after a weekend against all these pros that it is like I don't even know how to describe. I don't even know how to describe like the the brain hurt. I don't even know what's a word for that where your brain is just overloaded with knowledge. Is there a word for that? Brain
I
blast,
brain nah, maybe.
aneurysm.
Ooh, no, no, no,
Is there a good version of an aneurysm?
brain, not fog.
Brain fog. That's like
No, 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 brain drain.
that was called brain drain.
No, no, no. That just popped up. Um, I, yeah. You're incredibly overloaded with info, but in a good way. In a good way. You're mentally you're physically
Oh,
exhausted after
bro.
playing, but you're mentally exhausted from just the constant the constant brain power that you have to go through mid points
Yes.
and yeah, when it came down to like a ton of 3-on-3s or low body situations that were drawn out points, both Chim and I is saying it to each other like, this is exactly what we need. This is what we need. Like real game time situation that just came down to a 3-on-3, and we got to figure it out quicker than they do.
Yeah, and I think that I
So
mean we had a little meeting with we we were about to go like because we're doing like 5 points on 5 points off type shit, right? When right before we're about to go play our next set, Paul's like, get in here real quick, but they're not doing anything different from we are. Kind of, and instantly they connected in my mind 5 variations of the way you can play this layout correctly. You know,
mhm.
you just have to potentially match one of those 5 plays against them, or even just do a if they do a hard snake push and you do a hard Dorito push, you were able to lock it up. The layout was very very well made. If I'm being honest, I thought it was very very
Yeah.
well made. Um, I fucking lost my train of thought, dude. Brain fog. The brain fog got me, bro.
Not the brain drain.
The fuck brain drain.
No, you're talking about Paul. Paul
Yes, yes, yes.
getting in the
And
huddle.
he was like, we just have to play it better than they do. And he was absolutely right. And I feel like once we kind of connected that in our minds, we were just like, we just have to play better than they do. And I thought that it really made the people who are for sure going to be getting spins at WC shine. And I thought that the people who are going to be struggling I thought that it really showed their exploits.
Yes, but everyone that was struggling, especially coming to the close of each day was um not upgraded, but they got better. Right?
100%,
They
right?
they they lo-
Those guys learned the
locked in.
most because they were
Yep.
making those.
Yeah.
They were making a little bit bigger mistakes, a little bit more
Hmm.
often, to where it's like once the scripture's on the wall, you don't put it again twice.
Yeah.
You know, it it was so good for everybody on the team to learn like that. And I mean, at least for me, like when I get fucking hot and heavy out there, right? It's, a lot of people on our team take it so personal, but I'm like, bro, I want you to be the fucking best, right? And if people like genuinely get so upset with me for really pushing that precedence, dude, so be it. I'm okay with people getting mad at me over that, right?
Oh, I don't know why that reminded me. I think it might have been the first point that we played against Aftermath on Saturday. Um, I think we won. It was a longer point. We ended up winning. I think Cody was the last one alive on the Dorito side, and you went running down, and he was already shot, and he's like
Oh yeah,
walking,
I hit him with a
and
nasty one ball down the wire. I didn't know he left, so I'm running
I just
down.
I hear a tink tink.
Yep. I'm like, oh
He
fuck,
turned
Cody,
ar-
I am so sorry, bro. He's like, you got me in my
I
tank.
seen him
It's
like,
okay.
yeah, he like whipped around like this, yeah, and and then he came in, and we were walking back out, and I don't think he was going on at that point. I was like, hey, next time you're on, just overshoot Hatch. It's fine. Like I told you he was the asshole. Uh,
Little does he
and
know that
he
fuels me, bro. That fuels me. That is like throwing kerosene on the fucking fire, you
no,
know?
he laughed. He goes, yeah, I see why Tyler doesn't like him now.
Oh
I was like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know,
exactly.
it is what it is. You know. To be fair, he was picking up his pods. It just looked like he was changing elevations. You know,
Yeah,
going from a high
yeah.
snapshot to a low snapshot. So I said, buddy, you're taken out. Right. I didn't realize I hit that like because if I'm being honest, I hit a really nasty shot. Right. It was so good to where I thought I just put him in real quick to where I was able to just take the guy in front of me and then go get him. But I hit the first shot, then bunkered the second guy, then I gave him a little extra on accident. But luckily it was all in the tank. It was all out of love. It was all out of love, you
Yeah.
know. Pack shots and tank shots, generous. Very, very generous, let me tell you. So but
Going for
after
the ones
dude,
that we like.
Aftermath, those guys are all hella cool, right? And kind of like we
Mhm.
were talking with Cody last week is that's kind of the a part that we share with Aftermath is the fact that we are not the best. We were middle of the pack for semi-pro, and they're kind of middle of the pack for pro, right? So we can kind of bond through that middle of the packness, right? And I kept saying some things where I'm like, hey, go fuck them up, boys. Like, let's go Aftermath, right? To where they would hype us up when we're walking out, right? And I remember we just finished up our point, I walk over to their box and I give them all fist bumps. I'm like, come on, guys, don't forget the common enemy, Canada. Canada
Yeah.
is the common enemy. USA, USA. You know, and like they all had a good chuckle at it. Dude, it is just so great the camaraderie and the friendship that we've built with Aftermath. Those guys are all so fucking cool. I'm so bad with names, bro. Jeremy, Zach, Grayson, dude. And now they have Devin Stewart, right? And which is really funny. I've actually the way that Devin has been described to me before I met him was I was told he is a fucking asshole, but he seems like a
Yeah.
pretty relatively cool guy to me. You know,
d-
it must just be
No bad interaction.
whoever told me that got the mask on version of Devin.
Maybe.
Right. I
Yeah.
think realistically we'll probably get him on. We'll probably get him on the podcast eventually. Right. He's basically a fucking neighbor to the field now. So I mean, he's a great mind to pick against. And I mean, I think we even competed against him multiple times in semi-pro. What team did he play for? Outlaw Anodizing. Right. So I mean, so in a way, we're kind of very familiar in a way with Devin Stewart. Right. I mean, there have been times where he just comes out and spins points with us, and now he's coaching a local WC team, Incursion. You know, do you know if he's playing at all at WC? Is he guessing for anybody?
As far as I know, no. I think he was looking. I think he was thinking about playing it. He said, and then Incursion came to him with that,
Oh,
the coaching role. He's like, yeah, I'll do that.
hell yeah, make your bread, playa. You know,
Yep.
and but
Yeah,
overall,
they're cool.
yeah,
Aftermath guys are awesome. I again I told Cody last week. Whenever we hear that Aftermath's coming up, it's like yes, good. just like being around those guys.
Brothers, you know, they're Aftermath is a bunch of cool guys, right? And you know, I'm not gonna reveal who it was, but there was a guy on Uprising who did end up getting hurt on Sunday. And you know, after I saw him getting hurt, I didn't play that point, but I like walked over to their pits after, and I was like, dude, you know, I want to make sure he's all right, sending positive vibes your guys' way, because you know, I believe in you guys. I want you guys to do good.
I don't even know. I didn't even know someone got hurt.
Yeah, someone. I think it might have just been like a rolled ankle, but they had to get carried off the field. You know, so
hey, do a little throw it in the chat really quick.
You know,
just like, no, text it to me really quick.
Oh yeah, I got you. Oh, I almost put it to where everybody on the podcast could see it. Let me put it in my phone like a smart person.
Yeah. But yeah, Saturday was cool. We had a little scenario. We played like a 8-minute game, right, against Uprising maybe. I think they proposed it like a 8-minute game, right?
Yes.
We oh motherfucker. Yeah, bro. And shit, 8-minute game, and
that was fucking sick. We need to do that shit every single practice.
Yeah, what did we do? We win the first one, then they won the second. Whatever. It ended up like in a it was a tie. We were tied at one apiece
with like 3 minutes left or something like that.
No,
it was like a minute and a half.
It was a
minute 38.
Minute something like that. Yeah, and you guys no. It was like a minute and 18, something like that. It was around a minute and 15, and you know I set up, called the line.
Brando rubbed his hands together, said, "Hey, we're doing this. You, go."
Yes, I walked in, called the line. This is where we're going. This is the risk. We lose this person off break, lock it up, play for overtime.
Yep. And dude, I remember, we shot. You know, maybe I'm just biased, and it was me. I'll just say it was me. I remember I get like 2 kills off the right, and I am just like, bro, whatever our fucking call is for kill off the right, and I'm like, oh shit, triple that, right? And then I started running down the field, right? Because I was like, we were like, let's play like a realistic scenario, right? If we're in prelims and you can get the point, get it.
The point.
Every point matters, especially when point margin is so close. Every team is so good. In Premier or Semi-Pro or D2, every team is so close in skill. Dude, if you have the opportunity to get that extra point, do it. Do not squander it. Unless it's like a Sunday where it doesn't really matter, you know, whatever. But, dude, if you can, do it every single time, right? Or if you want to kind of like put the nail in the coffin and be like, fuck you, you know, you can do that as well. But
yeah,
we ran in and we didn't check the time. And we left a ton of time left. We left 44 seconds left.
No, I mean technically they were like towel.
Oh, you're right. But I was at the buzzer anyway.
Yeah. I mean all 5 were dead, and I remember like when we got a kill, we got 2 kills. All right, hell yeah, cool. Like Chim and I were right next to each other. We're like, yes, all right, yeah, we're gonna get this point. Like just close slow, and it was just kill. It was.
I was sharking for sure. I was running.
And both Shim and I were like, fuck, this is too fast.
Yeah.
And it was. We left 45 seconds on the clock. Which then we went out and, you know, again, like, hey, same line. This is where we're going. This, what was it? It was like the whole time, whenever we went Dorito 1, we were looking heads up, looking to go. We were like, no, now they're coming through the middle.
Cross it up.
Get here. Look inside. We'll wash down the tapes in the center. Like kill those 45 seconds, and we did exactly that. We one gun change,
and they were running at us,
and it just chopped.
They were running at us. I remember, dude, because I'm playing like the insert can on the Dorito side, and I'm just like, all right, either this guy is going to shoot me, or I'm not. I was basically in my mind, I'm like, I'm not gonna let this guy shoot me. Like, I'll fight him for a single second to get some information on where he is, but then I'm gonna tuck away, cry, and then roll off and shoot for the next zone, right?
Yep.
And every time he put more pain on me, I'm like, oh, roll off, shooting that zone. Oh shit, he's there. Roll off, shoot that zone, right? To where eventually he just could not keep. He's just looking into my gun at that point, right? And then eventually the guys are running up to the middle. The Dorito guys and Snake guys chop them up, because at least the layout that we had, the little mini W on the Snake side and the Dorito 1, dude, good luck breaking that shit quick. You know,
Yeah.
that shit is hard. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a fun layout, but
Yeah. Then
did that, won that, and that felt good.
we ended up
Right? It
beating
was
Uprising 3-1.
yeah, yeah. I think we ran over, tried to hit the buzzer or something.
For sure. They're running at us flying V style to where it's like, you know, we realistically could go push the buzzer, but they were like, we were just like, yeah, fuck it. You know, you guys won the point.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but that felt good, knowing that, like, all right, cool, you guys played the situation, played the clock and whatnot, just play the scenario. That's exactly what we needed. And we need more of that, for practices. So, and we did that against Pink, at the end of Sunday as well.
And that, bro, I know for a fact that helps them.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And it honestly, if it showed how much experience we had from it compared to them, genuinely, right? And Pink is an FTS sponsored team. I love those guys. I'm going to be cheering for those guys at WC, but that moment, it really did show the difference between experience. Because they weren't asking for how much time is left, and we were up points, and we're asking how much time is left, and we're like, 2 minutes. Hey, everybody, 2 minutes. Lock it down. We're up a point.
Yeah.
You know, put yourself in a position to where, like, you can get a cross-field kill or let them get close and then just go bunk them.
Yeah. 2 minutes left. Live for a minute and 45 seconds, and at the last 15, we'll make a push for a point. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Whatever. Play the margin.
And it's that kind of paintball is genuinely so kind of hard to learn, you know, without playing a tournament.
Yeah, it's taken. I mean, even with tournaments, it's taken the better half of, like, these last 3 years, I think, for us to fully understand it as a team, right? Maybe there'd be certain moments where some of us understand. All right, let's look at the clock. Okay, this is it. This is what the situation calls for, right? But now it's like, I don't know. We all understand. Um, we hear, a minute and a half left, up by one. Cool. This is how we all play it.
Basically, hey, do not be an idiot and look into a ball right now.
Yeah.
Right? Because
whatever you do, stay alive.
Unsaid code. If like the hold it down call is said, right? Like, slow it down and make sure we win this point, and you get dinked out of your bunker, bro, that point loss is completely on you. Because you're the first domino that fell.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And, I mean, unless you have really strong other dominoes, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's 20% of your less. That's 20% less firepower. You know? And I'm not a mathematician, but 20% is quite a lot, especially when they have a 20% advantage on you.
Yeah.
You know? Like, let's think. What's the math on? I don't even want to do the math on that. Never mind.
No.
On how many more balls there are in the air.
Yeah.
A ton.
At least 10.
At least.
Yeah, but no. Saturday was cool. Saturday was good. It was, by the end of it. What time was it? Like 2:30 or so. By the time we called it quits, and we could tell that most of us we were getting tired. We like the mental errors were kicking in. It just like everyone just wasn't playing as tight, right? It was just like you were playing a little loose and sloppy, just a little bit. It was like, all right, let's call it before we push ourselves to exhaustion or hurt ourselves.
For sure, because at that point we were just playing, like, every other pro team was done and we were just playing extra.
Yeah. Aftermath kept going. It feels like Aftermath can go on forever. Goddamn.
Yeah, and then because they called it a couple of matches before us, and then because they went to go set up field 2, they were like, we're gonna go switch it up a little bit for this field because we already played this layout at ASG. So while we were out there grinding, those guys took a huge head on and some leeway on that. So thank you, Aftermath, for doing that and genuinely taking the extra time to, create a great experience for us.
Yeah.
So not easy.
But
swinging hammers after practice.
But dude, we played a lot of points on Saturday.
Yeah, we did.
Especially with having 4 teams out there. It was really good, really nice.
Really fast
So,
paced, like 30 seconds in between, run it.
yeah. So then, come Sunday, same 4 teams, right? We uh, same kind of rotation thing, and I thought the idea was we were gonna play 5 points against each team. Felt like 7 or 9 points against each team.
I think it was 5 points against everybody else and then 10 against Impact in a row.
Oh my! You got it. I was saying afterwards, felt like you guys were playing Impact for so long.
Dude, every point was like so fucking long. Like, dude,
Yes.
extraordinarily wrong. Because also another factor that we had some context we have to add. We are going by their rules as well. They're going by the blind layout rules. We are going by the 5 pod limit in XL, new NXL Pro rule, right? So we are way more conservative. We have to be way more conservative on the paint, and in a way, it kind of replicated like what Tampa is going to look like when it comes to those matches. You know, it's like if you don't get a kill off the break and it's 5-on-5 for a long time, dude, paint is 100% going to be a factor.
Yeah, everyone's counting pods. All right, I got 2. All right, cool. I got 1 more. Oh shit. Here's a quarter of a filled pod. All right, cool. Put this here. All right, like everyone's counting their paint.
I guarantee Archie Barnes Jr. from Dynasty is leaving the emergency airdrop 8 kill streak from Modern Warfare 2 in the Snake, and he's going to go down and like he's going to get 2, and then now all of a sudden here comes Ryan Greenspan coming in with the emergency airdrop. Oh, thanks Archie. Boop, loads them in. And now he's fucking going and killing it. You know.
Yeah, SOB, and drop 2 pods in the Snake one. Yeah.
And let me tell you, oh, dude, if you're that guy where because it happened to me and I saw it happen to you, Brando, like late Sunday. Is when you are running and your loader opens up. Oh, dude, bro, you're already down so much like time shooting. I'm like, fuck. Here's one of my tubes that I have to use willy nilly. You know, and dude, the paint factor. I think it will be interesting. I think that there were a lot more close body situations where it was like the nitty gritty part of paintball where. I mean, I think the Uprising and Impact had the longest points where they were they were like 3-on-3 forever.
Super technical.
And it came down to literally like, hey, throw me a pod. I'm going to go win the game. Right. And then it would be a guy like hitting either a super sweet shot or a guy throwing another guy his paint. And then the guy who just threw his paint goes and makes a move because he doesn't need the paint anymore. He's gonna go try to open it up. So I mean, it was just nothing but positive vibes. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't say there was really any like kerfuffling going on. Right, there's maybe like one moment against us in Impact, but other than that, it was pretty chill.
And even then, it wasn't that bad. It was like
it wasn't even that
real
bad.
Quick in the moment, and it's cool.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, like don't be mad at me for pulling you out. I looked bang bang to me.
Yeah, and it didn't even involve Hatch. Didn't
even involve me, baby. But they did come after me immediately, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I just called you out. I'm as a player, get out.
Yeah, got paint on your hand. What can I say?
Oh man, dude, there was some funny situations. Cheating will always be a part of paintball, but man, dude, it is funny when you get caught. Not like you as in me, as in them. Like when someone gets caught cheating, it's like unsaid code where you either call them out or you like let them play and then let them know, be like, hey, dude, like between this gap, you got shot.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like you didn't see it the initial hit. Like, say if you're like watching the game on the sidelines, from the sidelines, one of the greatest paintball podcasts ever, right? By the boys, for the boys, right? Guy goes to the gap and then he all of a sudden makes a run through, and you're like, what the fuck? He's got a hit on his pack. Like those are also kind of like unsaid code where it's like, all right, like I mean, I'm not tripping too much because like loader hits and pack hits, those are kind of hard to feel, right? As long as you can like call it out and be like, hey. Like you got hit on your pack and you acknowledge it like, oh shit, my bad. Right? That's a penalty for sure. Right? When people all of a sudden start denying that there should be penalties and stuff like that, it's like, ugh. All right. We'll see how that works out for you.
Yeah.
But, The scrimmage was great. It was cool getting to be more acclimated to that pro pace with the 5 pods.
Definitely. I liked it. I liked, I played a little bit more on Sunday, a little bit more in the morning than I call the lines. And then after we took a break, after all the pro teams were done, uh, I I jumped on because it's like three or four of us were I think we only had five if I jumped in. No, no, six with me. Because everyone else was done, tired. No more. Just fucking sit down. You're don't overdo it. Um, so, but where was I going with that? Oh yeah, with the 5 pods, it's I love shooting all the paint, but if I don't have to carry 10 pods on my back, I'm not gonna
I don't
carry
want
10 pods
to.
on my back. Yeah, I'm pretty fast, but 10 pods slow me down.
At that point, it's like when you see someone going 10 pods, it's like, ah, man, these motherfuckers are gonna hunker down in like the pocket and just shoot forever, then work their way out.
Which it's funny. It when I go out 9, 10 pods during tournaments, it's a lot of times it's like just in case. I think I'll go through 7 maybe tops, but I don't know if we lose one side and I'm the last one alive.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
if I have 2 extra punch just to hold them off and buy like if I'm holding down the snake side and I could buy you and maybe Marv over there like 2 pods extra or 2 pods worth of time. Fuck yeah, go win it.
Yeah. And,
So,
you know,
but
and
I take when I take 10 pods out, it's I'm not gonna shoot all 10 pods, but it's just in case I need fucking 10 pods. It's gonna come in handy.
yes, right, and especially when you play. So if you play like one of those long points where you get down to your last pod, you go back into the pits and you're like, all right, maybe I'll carry another one. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
when you get to that point again, it's like, all right, let me grab another one. To where it's like, oh shit, now I have 10. You know,
Yeah, the pocket pod too.
woo. Let me tell you, if someone's rocking the pocket pod, I know for a fact where you're going. I know you're not going far.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, that's
Yeah.
definitely a read that it's going to be a little bit more challenging in pro, I think, is when everybody has 5 pods, you're not going to be like, oh, this guy's for sure sitting in the back holding, like they're playing a long point. They're going
Mhm.
for a long point.
Yeah.
You can't necessarily do that anymore.
Yeah, cause
You could tell when a
what is
team was
it?
going to play for overtime if there was like if there was 2 minutes left and a guy's going out with 12 pods on his back, that guy's playing
Oh
for
yeah.
overtime.
Yeah. Versus on the other side, if they're walking out with 2 pods on their back,
Those guys are
they're
going for the
coming.
win.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I was just about to say, I don't think I really seen anyone go out with less than 4 pods. As long as there's like enough time to run a full point.
Mm-hmm.
So I really interesting if even if say like I don't know early in the prelims Axel or fuck what Hugo.
Hugo.
Yeah, I feel like they a lot of or at least Hugo rocks 4 pods most of the time. If you're just going it snake off the break. Um, but might as well rock that fifth one, right?
Yeah, care package, bro.
Especially yeah. So don't know, don't know. We're really interesting. I don't mind the 5 pod limit.
I don't either. I
Um,
think it's actually going to make things a little bit more interesting to where there's not going to be just this fucking bullshit that we see where, I mean, at least with the webcast is not high enough quality where you can see the paint flying in the air to where it just looks
mm,
like people just standing there,
yeah.
right? I think there's going to be a lot less of people watching and be like, why is he just standing there? I feel like it's going to be a lot easier for people to digest because you're going to be seeing moves made more often, right? I mean, you can't, with 5 pods, dude, that goes quick, especially where it's like, you're like, oh shit, I just used 2 pods. I have to change the way I'm playing. I have to change the way I'm shooting. I have to get to a better position to where it's like, I don't have to shoot as much paint.
Yeah,
You have to
I
use your
think I
brain.
think I think like we'll see extremes on both ends of the spectrum more often.
Yeah.
We're either to see quicker points because we're not using as much paint, or
Long points where people are
much
picking
slower
shit off the
points
ground.
because they're aware of or like prelim. Yeah, prelims might be quicker. Sunday games might be even longer. I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
it's definitely
Which
valid.
which I don't mind. Yeah, maybe it's a little. a little more boring, but it seems more technical, which I like. I like watching those games and breaking like just little itty bitty mistakes each team has to capitalize on. So
Yeah, it was funny. I was talking with Grayson Gladstone about that. We're like, because me and him were standing on the sidelines watching Impact Uprising play like a like it was long, where people are like one ball and people like I remember Nate Schrader's in the fucking corner like shaking his loader trying to get all his balls to feed in, right? And me and him were just talking like, man, I love this like really methodical, really technical style of paintball. It is so rewarding when you win.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So rewarding when you win. And then I made the joke. I was like, man, but it is like so fucking demoralizing when you lose. And he was like, sometimes you got to be a glass half full kind of guy. And I'm like, brother, I am the glass half full kind of guy, So like, I get it. Right? I mean, I feel like there are even points as long as there's time on the field. I know that we have a possibility to come back.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the time physically limits us, right? To where it's like, oh, 4 seconds. Well, that's like physically impossible. Unless the guy's going out, no gun, no pack, no mask for full aerodynamicsy, you're not getting across the fucking field in 4 seconds.
Yeah. 9 seconds on the clock, down by 2. I don't know.
That's like mathematically like impossible. So unless a situation like that comes, I will always believe we can win, and that's kind of like the mindset you have to have. I mean, because how many times, Brando, have I been in like, oh man, down 0-2, nothing to us. We've been way worse than this.
There's been times where we're what down 0-4.
Yep.
Yeah, Hatch comes in. It's like,
all right, guys, nut up or shut up, boys. We gotta go.
Yeah. It's God.
Oh no, I go.
Say about that growl game.
Yeah, I was like, imagine if we come back. Imagine if we come back.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, that's
imagine
imagine
the story that we're gonna tell on the podcast if we come back.
And it's not necessarily the words you say; it's the conviction that you have when you came in and you said it, right? And it was like, yeah, it like you were fired up, but not in angry. It was like you believed it, which made me believe it, and we brought it back.
Yeah, because it's like, all right, guys, enough with the charity rounds. I get it. Stop it. Let's fucking win this shit, right? I do not like these close call games, and just something about when you truly have conviction in your eyes and you see someone else with conviction in your eyes, right? It is a feeling where it's almost like, all right, let's grab each other shoulder to shoulder and fucking jump into the unknown, right? Whatever happens, right? Especially when I like to kind of preference this where it's like, guys, you have to put your body on the line for 15 minutes. Do whatever it takes for 15 minutes. If that means fucking blowing your back out, taking back shots for 15 minutes, dude, do it. Do it for the team. Like maybe I'm just fucking yapping at this point to where I'm just stretching, but I don't know. That's what I feel like sometimes.
No, we know you like back shots. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I hate getting shot in the back.
Nah, it was a good weekend overall. It's always like here when pro teams are coming out, and we get the invite. So we must be doing something right because we keep getting the invite back.
And we're not pro.
We're not pro. So yeah. Now we just got to be more consistent at tournaments. That's it.
Boom, like dude,
that's it.
We have this like kind of baseline that we have, and we just have to get over this hump of being mediocre at the tournaments. Like we know how good we can play. Like we've played Impact to where we at some point this past weekend we have beat all 3 of those teams 5 alive. We know we can win. We are the only thing stopping us, and we are the only thing stopping each other from getting that win, whether it be being selfish and possibly reaching a little extra for it, getting dinked out, or whether it be just being a bonehead and making a bad decision in that moment. Whatever fork in the road that is, at least for me, I'm trying to look at it a little bit more with stoicism to where it's like pure accountability. If you are that guy that dies and gets dinked out, that is your fault, right? But it comes with a fine line where you don't want to treat your body with too much respect, because sometimes you gotta go out there and be a fucking killer.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Feel like that's a struggle that a lot of divisional players struggle with, is one, how much to gauge the value of your body.
Yeah. Sometimes they overvalue it.
Exactly. Sometimes they will overvalue it, sit in a spot, shoot cross field all game. How are you going to win doing that? Eventually, you have to kind of take that risk, right?
Hmm.
And the difference between us and the pros is the timing of that risk. They're really good on the timing of the risk, where it's like, oh fuck, they're coming, you
Yeah.
know. And we just, if we truly master that, I do think we'll have a lot of success in the WC.
Hmm.
You know, I'm very excited to kind of try this new league, right? Obviously, we went down a little bit, and we kind of started our WC adventure a little bit premature compared to everybody else on the team, because we went down there and we were observing, right? We were
Yeah.
students of the game, seeing how things are run, seeing the way how the fields are constructed, seeing the way that the venue is put up, seeing the way that the pits are run. You know, just seeing the way that the parking lot is, like, as stupid as that sounds, we are just like mentally preparing ourselves for it.
Yeah. We have a map of it, right?
Yes, we're not going in
It's.
completely blind.
Hmm. And I I trying to think. There honestly, is Aaron the only one that hasn't been at a WC?
It's been a
I
long
think.
time since it's been a long time since Cedar's been to one, so I'm kind of like
Oh,
knocking
that's
him. I'm kind of knocking
yeah.
him off that
Not at
list.
SC Village. That's right. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Because yeah, they were at is it Combat, the when you guys played, the
Yeah, that
last
was,
one that you guys played, because that was where I played too, the one with the
no, it
cliff,
was.
right?
I thought that was Ambush.
Ambush. Thank you.
So
Yes.
Ambush is the one with the fucking cliff on the back.
Yeah.
The fucking long
Yeah.
live the king.
Here's
Will the fucking water buffalo stampede at the bottom.
I had some cool fucking pictures
For sure. Right. I
definitely
actually remember there was one of the times I went to Ambush, there were California fires, right? But kind of far away, to where it's like, dude, you see that cliff? It's like clear skies, and then you just see like the darkness of smoke and fire, and it's like, whoa, dude. You know, you kind of, I'm not a religious man, but dude, so you kind of pray that that never rolls towards the paintball field ever.
No.
You know, because dude, paintball is one of those things where it is not a $1 billion industry where you can just kind of pick up and build another paintball field.
Mm-mm.
It would take a lot of effort and a lot of money and a lot of investors to set up a
Especially here in
tournament ready
California.
paintball field, especially here in California. Because now, dude, now you got to
Yeah.
restart all your fucking liability shit, bro.
Yes.
That is like that is genuinely what I feel so bad for with these fields, is that they have to pay so much liability insurance. Because I mean, we're sure we're shooting gelatinous balls, but dude, like if you do get shot in the eye, you will go blind.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, I actually,
No, you
that's one of my
yeah.
biggest fucking fears, bro. Like, it's getting shot in the fucking eye.
Nightmares about it.
Literally.
It. What were we saying? Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for WC. Again, it's Tuesday. As we're recording, half of us are going down tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other half are going down Thursday morning. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I, I'm excited that I don't have to fly anywhere.
That is also very nice. That is also
So
very,
nice.
very nice.
God, man, we're just driving it, cruising. It's
We can
no
take our own
hassle.
pace, you know? We don't have to deal with all these fucks in the airport, bro.
Dude, I got home a little early today. I was like, cool. I don't know if I'm gonna have time tomorrow after work. It might be a late day for me at work tomorrow. I don't know. Well, I don't know if I'll have time to pack my gear bag. So I did it today, and I was like,
This is fucking
I
light
don't.
shit.
I don't. Well, no, my bag is extra heavy now
Oh,
because I don't have
shit.
to.
Oh,
I
you don't
don't have
gotta
to
weigh it.
throw anything
Yeah,
exactly.
okay. Valid.
So I'm like, dude, this is fucking nice. Oh my god, thank God. Ah, um, yeah, I don't know. Which I never mind flying.
You got a
It's
lot of
mostly
cool
just
travel stories, you know?
yeah. it's honestly just the gear bag and packing for the flight that I don't care for. And then you get there, and it's like fuck. I might just come home with more shit, and I barely have room taking stuff there. I don't want to take an extra
Hey,
bag.
bro, you got extra room in your bag?
Yeah,
You know?
and then I weigh my bag, and somehow I lost weight with more shit.
And
I
then,
don't
the
understand.
mental capacity where you're like, oh shit, did I forget something?
Yeah,
That is actually the
yeah.
worst. Where you're like on the plane like 3 hours into your flight, and you're like, oh my god, my phone charger's in the fucking wall at the B&B. You know?
Did our I don't remember who was supposed to take the extra jerseys because we got our World Cup jerseys at World Cup
Yep, yep.
from HK, and there was the bag with all the extra DMG jerseys, and whoever was in charge of taking that home did not, just left it on the counter. Thankfully, Michelle and I were there for. We checked out like later on Monday
Mm-hmm.
because we stayed till Tuesday.
Gotcha.
Um, but we did a sweep, and it's like right. I was like, motherfuckers, goddamn.
Damn.
Wong and AJ would have never gotten their jerseys. Uh, dang.
Damn, dude, that is fucking rough. I mean, okay, let me just tell you, maybe it's just me, but when you have the one guy that doesn't have the jersey on the team, it is like I don't even know how to describe it. It's in GTA when you're all getting ready for the heist and you're all wearing fucking Splinter Cell black with night vision and some guy's dressed up as the fucking gingerbread man. That's like that's like the same vibe. If I feel like to me, like at least and uh, what team was it, dude? Was it Distortion? I don't know what it was, but dude, I was fucking heckling somebody at World Cup last year who was wearing a black jersey. Maybe it was a guy from Distortion, but whoever it was, fucking love you, bro. No hate. But he was wearing a black jersey, and I think it was Distortion. They were wearing all red, and I am just like, this guy doesn't even have a fucking matching jersey. What the you guys expect to win? This guy doesn't even have a matching jersey. You know, I don't know what it is about that. That is, cause imagine seeing that in like any professional sport.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, forgot
yeah.
my jersey, bro. My bad. You know that.
Not
I
cool.
mean, obviously in other professional sports, they're like, oh shit, they'll overnight it to you in a second. You know, they're like, oh, don't worry, we have 300 extras.
Oh, yeah. You think they didn't have an extra one just in case yours ripped?
Yeah, they probably have like
Sheesh.
50 extra ones for each player. You know, or probably
Mm-hmm.
someone on site where it's like a jersey maker on site.
Just right there, stitching.
Fucking steam press the numbers on the back.
Yeah.
But
Um. No, dude, I'm excited. We got our draw. We got our schedule. And let
mm.
me read it really quick. Um.
You know what?
We
I do think I know one team that's on there, and we're playing a friend that's on that team. I think
okay.
I think we're playing. Are we playing Phoenix Rising?
We are. Yeah.
All right, we do have a friend of the podcast on that team that we're playing against.
We do.
Yeah.
Really.
Do you know who it is?
I do not.
Mark.
Oh, Mark.
Yep,
Oh
Mark.
shit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Frog Muncher. What is it? Frog Muncher 71.
Yep.
Yep, dude.
Frog Muncher.
Shout out to him, dude. I actually we messaged each other the other day, and you know I sent him a message. I was like, yo, dude, hope the family's fucking all good and everything, because he told me he's taking a step back from pro, and I was
What?
like, could you know make sure that he can hold the fort down and with the family and everything, and I was just like, wow, you know, I admire that a lot, you know, because at
Mm-hmm.
least for me, dude, the FOMO kicks in, and genuinely, it's like if I don't go, I like actually want to hurt myself.
It
Not like
hurt. Yeah.
actually, but I'm making a joke. People, chill out.
It hurts.
Chill out,
It
dude.
hurt. It hurts in here when you
Yes,
don't get
yes,
the
yes.
job.
Like what I'm a true believer that Johnny Cash died from a broken heart. So that's almost what it feels like for me. Someone's fucking strumming on my heartstrings when it comes to that we're not playing the NXL. You know,
Yeah.
it feels so foreign, not prepping for the NXL. I don't know how to feel about it. It just feels alienish, you know, like some so extraterrestrial. We're trying something so new. We're jumping into the quote unquote unknown with a new league, and I'm very excited because I mean I want to invest into this league, right? If it's something we're going to be competing in and spending our time and money at, I want to make sure that you know whatever we can do as outsiders or players or possible media guys, if that's what people want to consider us, I want to make sure I can help out in any possible way I can. So, without
Yeah.
a doubt, I'm going to talk to Mike, and I'm gonna be like, dude, like I want to know what we can do to like promote the league, get it to more people, and just overall make it to where the WC could be bigger than what it is. You know, because obviously we love paintball very, very much. And at least for me, what it seems like with Mike is he is really changing the way that paintball is presented. Right? Like, look at it with the USXBL, like going to Florida. Like, if you look at Mike's story, dude, he is always like, oh, like, got a fucking 4-day drive back to fucking California for the WC in 10 days after he just wrapped up the USXBL. It's like, dude, that man is so busy. Like, dude, I admire the fuck out of him for that.
Hard
Straight
work
up.
for paintball.
And you
And
get like almost no return from paintball, I feel like.
mm-mm.
You know, it is all like the return seems like it's all so I don't want to say emotional, but like, you know, a lot of it is the people that you're around all the time. It's
Definitely.
the community that you really do it for, right? It's not the
Mhm.
money. You
Nah,
know, and I
nah.
feel like if you're in it for the money, bro, what the fuck you doing? You could be investing your brain power into so many different things if you really want money. You know,
Yeah, there's no money.
folks
There's
should
no
work at
money.
McDonald's and get more out of McDonald's than the NXL. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, if you open up one, Jesus. Um, he really does push the for his league to be for the divisional players. So it's cool. I feel like he's answered a question that if he would have a pro, uh, um, professional division, he's like said no, it's not for them.
Hmm.
He's not looking to make a product for them. That's if you want pro, go to the NXL.
Hmm.
Like he's not trying to be them. He's trying to be a good regional league for the players. So for the players that need a stepping stone, either for the NXL or the NXL is just too expensive or too far for them or whatnot, you know. So yeah, I don't know. He found his little niche and he's building off of that with league by league.
For sure, especially I
It's
mean,
nice.
more people are going to be going to the WC because, dude, the NXL is fucking 3 hours away by flight. You know,
Yeah,
and obviously
it's the closest.
I'm not trying to fucking bitch about that even more than I already have, but dude, like, imagine just being a divisional player where you could make more money from winning from a lower league. I'm putting that in air quotes for everybody that's not watching the video. You know, for something that's not the NXL. Right? I mean,
Yeah.
arguably better competition. You know, because it's a lot of these homegrown teams that practice all the fucking time.
Hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of them have played. Like, I mean, fuck. Let's take a look really quick. The Premier Division. Um, I think there's one, two, three, four, us five, six out of 19 teams. There's six teams that are brand new to the division or have moved up. Um,
And that is
so
awesome,
it's
right? I mean,
13 teams that are running it back and have been there for many years, I believe. Yeah, yeah.
Premier is the top level of the WC, and dude, you will see pros in there.
Oh, yeah.
You will play against pros in WC in Premier.
I'm
And if you're not playing against
curious.
them in the lower divisionals, you're being coached against by them.
Hmm,
Like every local Californian pro player probably coaches a team at WC.
yeah, yeah, which is really good opportunity.
Oh, yeah, it not only does it give back to the community and make better players, it makes you a better player. It makes your IQ higher, it makes your decision making faster, it makes your overall paintball knowledge just more vast in every single type of way besides playing.
Hmm,
But
interesting.
who else is in our bracket? So we got Phoenix Rising.
Yeah, sorry. So we're playing Phoenix Rising. We got Iconic, Thomas Taylor's team.
Mm-hmm.
Then we
It's a good team.
have Raw Material. Um,
It's probably a good team.
who?
I mean,
I think
if they're
so.
in
Yeah,
Premier, they've got to be good. If they're in Premier,
yeah. They've been playing in Premiere for a while.
yeah. So they're good.
And then we have TJ Bastards
That's a
over
really
there.
good team. Those guys. I mean, we would watch them when we went last year, Brando, and those guys were. I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure they had Jesse Stevens guesting with them, and I'm pretty sure they even got.
Yep.
Did they win an event last year?
I'd have to
I
see.
feel like they might have won an event
I
last
think
year,
so. Maybe
or
the
maybe a
first event,
second.
something like that.
I,
I think I think they won. No, Collision won the title. I don't know. Maybe they came in second for the overall year, but
Hmm.
they're yeah, they're good. Yeah, so those are the four teams that we're playing. I'm excited, and in that order. So yeah, new beginnings with this league. We'll see, we'll see. Long day, long day. We're starting at 8:50 is our first game, and then 2:20 is our last game. I mean, that's not that
That's
bad.
not bad
That's
at
six
all.
hours. Yeah, it's
That's not
less than
bad at
six
all.
hours.
I mean,
Yeah.
dude, the
So
worst is when you're playing two fucking games at the NXL and you have a game at 10 o'clock and then another game at 5:30.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Eh,
And
you
they're
love
both X ball.
those.
What the
I
fuck?
love. I love. I'm gonna miss those.
Oh yeah, dude, the double X ball games where it's fucking hot as shit. It's 110 degrees. Oh man, with garbage in the snake, I'm totally gonna miss that. I will never forget that. What was that? Atlantic City, where there was like that layout with the snake where it had the outside one that went all the way down. Like no,
Yeah.
that was Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a photo where one of the fields there is so much fucking garbage. There is a person crawling down the field over Gatorade bottles.
Yes. Michelle's crawling in that snake, and she has to pull out like a chip bag out of her hopper and crawling in that garbage.
So yes, I'm totally gonna miss that, Brando. I don't know about you,
Yeah. Me too. Oh, totally. Damn.
right? And I mean, SC Village, dude, that is a high quality paintball field. When we went, Brando, and we looked at every single field looked pretty freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, they got like
Yeah.
the black turf beads, but what fucking paintball field doesn't have black turf beads? You know?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, shit. It rains at home, and it's your skin. You get you get a little stained. Get a little
Oh,
black.
dude, I gotta. My fingers are are committing a hate crime, low key.
Yeah. They look like the start of frostbite.
Straight up, dude, and it is not fun. But you know, it's just part of paintball and being dirty, right?
Yeah.
Newsflash: paintball's fucking dirty. People, tell your girlfriends before you take them out.
Yes.
You
Don't
know,
wear white.
do not wear white for the love of God, bro. If you actually wear white, dude, you are so fucking low IQ.
Um, but yeah, so that was this past weekend and upcoming WC stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You know, one thing I
what
wanted to
else?
get into real quick, Brando, is
Mhm.
we haven't had like a recap episode where we kind of like talked about some of our guests, where we've kind of just chilled as us, you know. So,
Mhm.
uh, dude, one thing I gotta give you a compliment on that you did for the past two podcasts, dude. The North Sentinel Island question, that is such a me question that, dude, I think about it every day. You know, and the fact that
Yeah,
you came up
that's
with that
funny.
is just, I have to give you so much credit for that, because it
Oh
really
yeah.
does get people's minds thinking, like, how much do they really know about survival?
Not much, honestly.
I'm
Not
taking
not
Jobin.
much.
I think I'm taking Luke from the Outdoor Boys and Jobin.
Mm,
Not everybody who's listening
ah,
takes Jobin, but all I know is
no.
the guy is a survival fucking god.
If you knew, you would want Jobin.
Yes, if you knew Jobin, you would want him. That's all. That is all I'm
Yeah.
saying. Luke from the Outdoor Boys and Jobin. I actually think he might clear the fucking island out, low key. You
Damn.
know, right? But it's
Damn
and
sad
you
boys.
know, another thing that was really fun about with DQ was dude, just like the kind of conspiracy talk, he went along with it so well.
Oh yeah.
You know, and he was even giving some of his own. Right? I thought that hanging out with Danny from Infamous or Pro DNA, he's the kind of guy where, if I'm being honest, I don't think he likes to show his face too much. I think he likes to kind of stay in the shadows, be a little more reserved, truly put
Behind the
his work
camera, yeah.
into Pro DNA, to where he's not slapping a fucking DQ Films watermark on anything. He's making sure that all the content is being represented as Pro DNA. Dude, I
Hmm.
respect the hell out of that, because that means you truly believe in a product and you truly believe in a company.
Definitely.
Dude, I love that, because that's how I feel with Welts.
Sorry, I'm just looking. Yeah, it's uh, supporting what you believe and everything. I think that that's definitely like this um type of content is good for to have DQ on because
Yes.
yeah, he isn't necessarily in front of the camera, right? He is behind
Ever.
it and working and stuff, and putting his heart and soul into creating content, and when they give him a platform and an opportunity to sit down and just shoot the shit, and he lends himself well to that.
For sure. And he's not the
Um,
kind of guy where, you say a fucking joke and he gets offended.
yeah,
Me and him off camera have said some fucking funny jokes where he gets me cackling. I'm not even gonna lie, right? And when you just get along with people like that naturally, dude, you have them on a podcast and you kind of get to know how they're ticking, right? And I felt like the way how we got to learn a lot about Danny was genuinely how selfless he was when it comes to content,
yeah,
right?
yeah, for
He's
sure.
like he's not like this is me and that no one else can fuck No, dude, he was all about pro DNA,
Hmm.
all
Hmm.
about it.
Doing anything and everything you can um to help push it and grow it.
Right. And I mean, I like Pro DNA. I like Pro DNA. I think that they have a lot of good products, and I think that it's cool that they're kind of homegrown company where
Hmm.
with Travis Lemansky, Kevin Callie Rudolph, like Zach Patience, the sponsorship coordinator now. That is great to see. The fact that you can truly make money from a paintball product or paintball products with a Z and hire your friends and hire people that are like that you've been in the trenches with so you can rely on them.
Yeah, to have um the stability, and it feeds into itself.
Yeah, when you know someone's
Right.
going to be able to when you give someone a task and you know they're going to be able to get it done, you just have so much peace of mind. And it seems like with Danny in that Travis must fucking sleep like a baby knowing his content's that good, you know?
Yeah.
So overall, DQ, fucking love you, bro. You're the man, dude. So, but also, dude, Cody, that shit was fucking had me for a trip for a little bit because I don't know if anybody knows this, or maybe I said it last week, but before the podcast, dude, I maybe said 20 words to the guy ever. Probably half of that, probably 10. Like, what's up, man? Hey, good luck.
Yeah.
Hey, good game. You know, so to kind of open up with somebody, and the beauty of podcasts is you're able to kind of like ask questions. We're not the podcast where we're just like asking interview questions. We're getting to know somebody. We're seeing how they work. We're seeing
Hmm.
their kind of mental state when it comes to processing certain information. Right? Sure, you're
Yeah.
kind of asking them questions like an interview, but I didn't feel like we were like um, reading off of like a super script. Obviously, we kind of have low key a super script, but it's like we have like bullet points on like where to bounce around to. We don't have like a script of how to form the show around every single time.
No.
Not even close.
No. 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 Yeah. And yeah, just taking whatever answers you get and formulating what either if I'm hearing something, I'm like, I want him to dive deeper into this. I'm curious on hearing more about this thing that he hinted at really quick, and let's see where we could go from there, and then hopefully he dives into that, and then maybe it sparks Hatch to ask a question or something,
Yeah, I
right?
think it honestly tests our not podcast skills, but our communication skills as humans.
Hmm.
Humans have ventured so far away of this parasocial relationship where you're just watching this fucking useless content being attached to this person that doesn't even give a single fuck about you. And but what we do is we give people a platform, we talk with them, and we find out who they are. Because
Hmm.
it's hard to fake a 2.5 hour conversation, genuinely, right? Like I feel like I couldn't even like coming on a podcast and like saying like either misinformation or just like telling stories that are just like aren't true. Like I just don't get it. How do people do that? Because it's like at least for me, it's just like you know you can tell. Like when I can hear someone's voice, I can hear the I don't know. Maybe I'm like a body language inspector or something like that. But
No,
uh,
it it just everything comes off genuine. I
100%.
and I was just trying to think on if there has been anyone that's like kind of been like that. And no, I don't think so at all.
I think
You
that's the
know,
beauty. One of the
it's
beauties of paintball is because you don't really find that many people that are like that in paintball. We're all fucking retarded enough to like this shit to where it's like you can't be retarded and a liar, or you can't be retarded and not genuine, you know. So it's just great. It's a great thing we have here, Brando. I like being able to
definitely
talk to people.
it's fun. It's cool.
It is, dude. It is so much fun, especially where you get to test your skills, like with like what we did with Cody. We did not, dude, bro. I did not fucking know the guy at all.
Yeah, when our pre-show was
30
with him,
seconds.
and it was so quick. Oh my god! Afterwards, I was like, ooh. And like the next day, I was thinking about it. I was like, ooh, we never even told him if he had to get off at a certain time. Like, just let us know. We'll let you off. And I don't know if you told him through text.
Yeah, I did.
We didn't tell him that we were going aiming for 2 hours. I think, right? I don't know. So I don't know if he had an idea of how long we went.
Yeah, the
for.
way how I pitch it is I say, hey, we shoot for 2 hours, but if that's not but if you can't give us 2 hours, dude, that is a-okay. We just appreciate any time you do give us, right? Because obviously we can carry on a show after this with just you and me, or you, Caden, and I, right? We're good enough at it to where we can kind of we can talk like that, and
Yeah.
I mean, after we got done, I'm editing the podcast, dude. Cody hung out for about like what 35 minutes after probably, and we're just kind of like
Yeah.
talking about it, shooting the shit, like.
And honestly, he probably would have stayed longer if we didn't end up talking about the upcoming weekend of practice. He's like, "Oh yeah, I should probably go pack. I leave tomorrow morning
Yes.
to fly up to Sacramento." So, yeah, like he wasn't in a rush to get off or anything. And again, that's some of the cool thing. I feel like most of the guests that we have, they just hang out.
They're
They
never in a
enjoy
rush to
enough
get
of
out.
themselves. Mm-mm. No, not necessarily.
That gives me
Um,
confidence to where we can hold a good enough conversation to where they're not like, these guys are just fucking asking me weird ass questions. Like,
yeah.
I feel trapped. I don't think that we've ever had a guest that has ever felt trapped, with us. Maybe Alex
Yeah.
Frazier. No, I'm just kidding. Love you, Alex. But maybe you know what? Oh, a guest who felt so trapped with us they left? Ryan.
Huh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Miss you, bro. I posted in my story today, and then I texted him, and we texted each other, and we were like, "Hey, I love you, bro. Miss you, dude." So Ryan. So little life fill-in with one of our old co-hosts, Ryan Mafia. He's doing great. He's working a ton over there, like, dude, a ton. And dude, being a lead producer over there, bro, amazing for him. Right, so nothing but love for Ryan. Realistically, we'll get him on the podcast again, and if he doesn't, he's fucking gay, right?
Man, motherfucker.
So, yeah, but a little bit that I kind of wanted to dive into. It's weird that Caden's not here because Caden was like the first person that was like, "Oh, are we a philosophy podcast?" And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring that in, right? So, I posted some quotes in our little chat that we should kind of dive into, right? And one of them that was it reminds me of this. It was this Kimbo Slice edit, right? And how weird is this that I saw this edit before DQ came on and said he wants Kimbo Slice on the island.
That's funny.
Right? So I'll play it real quick. Hold on.
Kimbo Slice edit.
Kimbo Slice edit. All right, listen to this one, boys. All right, fuck it. I'll play it in the chat. Let me post this in the chat.
Motherfucker.
Hey.
I'm honey dicking me.
No, I'm posting it in the
Okay, I
chat
know.
so you don't get honey dicked.
Oh, okay. He's not a. Oh, wait, is it our chat that? Are they gonna see it?
Yeah, they are gonna see it.
Are they gonna see my picture that I?
Oh, the Ryan
Yeah, it's
oh
great.
hell yeah! Let me tell you, dude. You go online and you look up Ryan Greenspan frowning. You can't fucking find it. It has to be an AI generated image. So you guys, all right, everybody, hold on. Let me fucking make sure and put this big full screen watch party so everybody can see this. Look at this AI generated image. We got a Ryan Greenspan frowning. That is
Great.
impossible to find. Look at the image where it almost doesn't even look like Ryan because he's frowning. I've never even seen the guy
Yeah.
frown.
his,
You know?
his mouth doesn't go that way.
No, it doesn't. Honestly, dude, it looks like you took a picture of his mouth and just put it upside down. You just flipped it around,
Yes.
right? So anyway, let me get back to the fucking Kimbo Slice edit that I was talking about. Like, all right, you see it? You see it, Brando? Hold on.
I do.
Let me fucking put some music on this bitch. All right, here we go. Here we go, chat. Check this bad boy out.
To find out, who the enemy was, and then it's not that it was the enemy, it was the enemy, the enemy, the enemy, the inner me.
And
I like the way you work hard, Kimbo Slice. Thank you very much, man. Page Jackson.
right, and I don't know what it is about that little edit, but dude, it just gave me kind of like hope for myself, right? Because without a doubt, that, at least for me personally, dude, that is the number one thing holding me back that I am aware of, is, dude, myself and my own attitude and my own rage. And when I kind of just the way that he was wording it, who the real enemy is, the enemy, the inner me. And I was like, whoa, dude, that kind of took me for a ride. What do you think about that, Brando?
Kimbo Slice is not at the top of my list for some very philosophical quotes.
No.
So that when he was saying it, I'm like, okay, enemy. Oh, the enemy. No, oh, okay. I mean, it makes sense. It totally makes sense. It's if you're going into anything and you already think you're gonna lose, or you're not good enough, or it just all starts with your mindset. You're defeating yourself. So, uh, I mean, it completely makes sense. Um, I think I think most people should have um whatever they do, have a more positive mindset of themselves, and overall they'll be better, right, at whatever they do. But also being able to recognize that when they are um their own worst enemy, and how to combat that and overcome it, and whatnot. So wow, Kimbo Slice, that's mm,
Loki gets you
what a
thinking, right? And it's like, at least for me, it's like, what decisions have I made that where I was my own worst enemy, right? Where it not even related to fighting, not even related to paintball. Like, there are probably times when we're in normal life where the inner me has not wanted to forgive, has not wanted to forget, has not wanted to move on, to where it's probably held me as a worse person in a way.
or just held you back
Yeah,
in whatever facet of life.
right? Like, imagine and that's why I try to be genuine, like a forgiving person, because if you hold on to a grudge, or if you hold on to like some kind of like hatred over something that's not really worth it, what are you doing? Like, keep moving forward, right?
Yeah.
Stop being at the same where you're at with a grudge, and move forward. I don't know. Maybe that's just the way that how I looked at it. Because there was a move. I think it was where I ran down the snake and I got shot. And I remember Paul was like, "Dude, why do you do that?" And in my mind, I'm like, "Bro, the fucking inner me is the fucking enemy, right? Like that instinct where it's like I need to break that instinct and create a new one,
Yeah. And just recognizing when you are the enemy.
right?" It I don't know, So I just thought that little edit was very eye opening in a way,
Mm.
especially when someone like Kimbo Slice, that guy is
Yeah.
that guy is I mean, rest in peace, man. Let me just say, I thought he was always one of my most I thought he was one of the most entertaining fighters because he came out from like what was it, bare knuckle boxing and shit. Like,
Yeah.
bro, that is the ultimate brain damage CTE type shit right there. You know,
I mean, he's the first guy I remember on being like a YouTube fighter, just coming out on YouTube and just knocking people out
like backyard street fights and shit. You know,
straight up.
or like,
Yeah.
dude, if I am correct, this might sound crazy, and maybe this might be a fever dream. I'm pretty sure Kimbo Slice was Santa Claus on an episode of Drake and Josh.
Honestly,
Dude, is that just me, or is that like I
I'm looking.
I feel like there was a Christmas special where Kimbo Slice came down the fucking chimney in a Drake and Josh movie. I don't.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, yes.
he was? Was he Santa Claus or was he
Uh,
just in it?
He was dressed as Santa Claus. A beat down Merry Christmas, Drake and Josh. Fuck?
You know, sometimes it feels good having a memory. You know,
Wow.
honestly, dude, I'm glad I grew up in the time that I did. You know, I'm glad I grew up with Ed, Ed, and Eddie, you know, Ben 10, you know, all the good stuff before all this, like, real, like, social media stuff kind of came out to where all these apps and all these programs are used for you to be on longer. You know, remember when Nickelodeon had a worldwide day of play? Where
Yeah.
they would literally broadcast a dark screen with a little orange line at the bottom that would just like, that was like rotating,
Get out
and it
and
was
play
like,
or something.
go outside and play.
Yeah.
Nobody does that anymore because everybody is so greedler and just wants you to stare at their app all the time. Like that, and the algorithm is measured to each individual person to keep you addicted to staring at everything else and not live your own life.
They make more money off of it.
Exactly, because they make more money off of it. And dude, I don't know what it is that has just been so greedler. Where did humanity go that made it so greedler?
I mean, it's just changed, right? I mean, even when we were kids, we were watching cartoons, and our parents or our grandparents, there was none of that. They were outside even more than we were.
Yeah.
So
I was
you know,
outside going uphill, bare feet both ways, just to get to
Yeah.
school.
they were looking at us the same way we're looking at kids now.
Yes, but I feel like
crazy.
it's so much worse now.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I saw a fucking video where a kid had an emotional support iPad. What the fuck are you doing as a parent? That parent should be in jail.
2-3 years into Dagestan.
Oh, yes. 2-3 years Dagestan, you forget about them. You forget.
That's funny. It reminds me of I don't know if we talked about it during the cartoon debate thing, but there's a famous video of these two basketball players asking this little kid on about cartoons and whatnot, and the kid had
it's like
no idea
YouTube.
what cartoons were. Yeah, what do you watch? YouTube. No cartoons.
It's like, what's a cartoons?
What?
Dude, I was instantly like, holy shit, I am Unk. If the word cartoon is outdated now, what the fuck do these kids watch? Mr. Beast? That seems like the number one thing that kids watch now is like Mr. Beast.
Oh, I was watching before this show when I was making dinner. I was watching it. Well, yeah, or listening to the Sean Ryan show.
Oh, great
And he had-
podcast.
Yeah, fantastic. He had some kid on with Roblox and stuff, and he's going over the like pedophiles and shit.
Woo, bro,
and
dude,
shit
let
with
me
it.
tell you about that
It
shit.
goes deep.
Bro, so fucking deep. So
Yeah.
fucking deep that it's actually crazy.
I'm like, I don't even think I'm halfway done, and it's insane. I don't even have kids, but I'm like thinking when I do I don't know.
Dude, I actually have a story about that kind of is close to home in a way. So me and Tegan have a family friend where their daughter was on the Roblox all the time, you know, talking to all these people and doing this thing. And eventually, dude, she got manipulated by an old man to send this fucking old dude their home address.
Oh, no.
And bro, sure as fucking shit. Luckily that Like the guy was gonna show up. The guy was gonna show. Luckily, that her dad is a very high-ranking officer, to where he had that shit fucking stopped in a second.
Good.
But it's like, dude, like how close it could have possibly happened. Like, dude, that is so dangerous and scary to even think about. Right? Roblox, a fucking game where you're supposed to go on and have fun, bro. Like,
I
and
still
that's a
don't know
goofy
what
ass
the
game.
fuck
I was
the
fucking
game is.
massacring people in airports in Modern Warfare 2, having a great time, not getting molested that way.
Right?
You know,
You were just out there saying the N-word.
There,
That was it.
you know, there's just a significant way you grow up compared to now, and I'm grateful for the way we grew up, because, like, dude, kids don't even go outside anymore. Like, I used to be outside throwing the fucking football around until the fucking lights came on. I feel like you just can't do that anymore. Like, how many kids in your neighborhood do you realistically see, Brando, doing that? Be honest.
A constant like 3, and it's honest. Actually, I think there's one kid in the neighborhood, and then 2 more from like a couple blocks away that just found each other. So that's it. They pal around on bikes.
You know
That's
what? That's better than nothing, bro. That is way
Yeah.
better than nothing. The fact that you've seen it.
But I know there's more than those 3 kids here, because I see them like walking around with their parents or something. But
Yeah.
oh my god, I there was a whole gang of us running through it was like
Hooligans.
like, literally yes, it was like our street, and then the next street over, those kids, fuck those kids, all
Straight
right?
up. It was almost like it was low key like gang wars, but like I wouldn't go like as extreme as gang wars. But
No,
like, dude, they were little cliques
worst-
of the neighborhood, you know?
yeah, the most that we do is either like football games against each other, or we ram our bikes into each other. That's
Yeah,
it.
or like you would
That's
find out
it.
where they lived and like write slurs and chalk on their driveway.
Yeah, what kind of slurs?
You know, the usual ones.
The ones Caden like. The ones
Yeah, the
Caden
one.
like.
Yes, the one that Caden loves.
The ones that we have to cut out, or he waits post show to tell
Oh
our
man,
guests.
the amount of editing that I had to do because of Caden is crazy.
Oh my god, dude! After the show last week, we got off, and I don't know, Cody was just being cool and chill, and Caden came out of nowhere. Called Cody that. I was like, he's white. What the hell?
Oh fuck, dude. I cannot wait to send him this.
Yeah, he can't defend himself.
Nah, he doesn't need to defend himself. He's fine. But you know, just a little bit more kind of bouncing back to like the kind of philosophy thing, right? You know, I want to kind of go over the one that you said today. That would had me thinking when you said it. You know, go into detail how you got asked that.
Yeah. So I got to work, and setting up a case, and my nurse in the room, she went through some stuff. She lost her dog last week.
Oh,
and
fuck.
Yeah. And dude, she loved that fucking dog.
I feel it, bro. I fucking feel it. My heart actually hurts now for it.
She has a comforter. All her bedding is pictures of that dog. Like, she fucking loved that dog.
Got my Cali couch right here, dude.
Dude, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got the Cali sweater. Yeah, like, same shit. Everything for that dog. Ended up, and put the dog down. And honestly thought she was going to be in a not as in a good mood as
Like
she
a
was.
depressive state.
Yeah, but she was honestly good.
I assume you have to be with that line of work. Can't let emotions get in the way.
Yeah. You also have to know her. Like, she lets emotion get in the way. That's the thing.
Gotcha. Well, it's a woman, so it makes sense. Nah, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding, everybody. I'm just kidding. Chill out. Chill the fuck
Yeah,
out.
you're sounding like Caden. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
But she asked why are you happy? She asked me that. She asked, "Hey, Brandon, why are you happy?" Not ready for that question at 6:00 in the morning. First,
You're like, let me wipe the fucking Sandman dust out of my
yeah.
eyes real quick first. Jeez.
my coffee's still kicking in. Jesus. And I'm like, really racking my brain. Why am I happy? Not saying, I don't know, like whatever she was saying before that. I don't remember. It was just, it went along with what she was saying or what we were talking about. But yeah, she's like, why are you happy? And it's been sitting in my mind all day, trying to think why why I'm happy. Because I genuine generally I'm more happy than I guess some. I don't know. I don't let too much bother me.
For sure. I would definitely say we are
So
happier than the average people.
yeah. I of course I get stressed and have some anxiety at times, but it's something that really does have to bother me. Um, but for the most part, I'm just happy. I don't know. I've always been like a happy kid. What Hatch? What makes you happy?
There actually was a not too long ago reel that I kind of made where it kind of had like a checkoff list, where it's um the checkoff list was my maiden is happy, my family is okay, I get to play paintball, and I get to wake up every day. And kind of like that was kind of like my checkoff list where I was like, if as long as I have like those minimum things, like I can find
Yeah.
happiness anywhere. Whether it be if I have to move somewhere, like my people are my happiness. You know, is if them and this is kind of like diving into a deeper subject with it. When one of our teammates lost his wife, dude, like that made me question like, am I happy? You know,
Hmm.
and I was like, it just all because I remember getting that text in the morning, and that she passed, and man, I just remember holding my girlfriend so fucking tight, and I was like, man, like, part of his happiness is gone.
Yeah.
So I was so grateful for what I have and the happiness that I'm so blessed that I have like happiness that can be provided for me by my found family. That is what, like, why am I happy is because I get to spend time with the people that I want to. At no point do I wake up and go by someone else's beat of a drum.
Hmm.
I'm happy because I'm genuinely free. Sure, I have to work my job or else you become homeless, whatever the fucking way you want to look at it with the world like that. But I'm free. I get to say what I want whenever the fuck I want, and I get to exchange great conversations with new people every single day. Dude, there are some people that talking in public is worse than death for some people, and it's like, how that is fucking crazy, right? I'm happy because I have this platform that we've created from nothing. Sure,
Yeah.
we don't get as many fucking views as everybody else, but it's like, dude, I don't even care. It's the fact that we get to do it and we get to do it consistently. We get to check in with each other, and we're building something.
Hmm.
That is what makes me happy. Is the fact that I am always moving forward. So I just went fucking super deep there for a second. My bad.
No. That's what I kind of want, right? You're describing exactly what makes you happy. Um, and I don't know. It's like reading, trying to even read deeper into it. Like, why does that make you happy? What about all that brings you happiness? Or over like, are you choosing to be happy? Or I think that's what she
Mm.
asked me at one point or something. Because I was like, my trying to think about it on the spot. I'm like, well, what else do I do? Do I like?
That's valid.
Do you want me to? I don't know, like grovel
That
for sit and stew? Like,
that is a
what good
great
is
point,
that gonna
Brando.
do?
That is a great point because it's a choice. It's absolutely a choice because the thing is, it is so much easier to have a victim mindset and just be sad all the time. It
Yeah,
is so easy to do that and just sulk, be pissed off, be angry at whatever fucking decisions you did or did not make, and be unhappy. But just be happy with the decisions that you did make,
yeah,
and just look
and
at them with
it
pride.
and accepting it,
Yes,
right? The
can't
and
change the
because
past.
exactly, yeah, it's a not saying I don't sit and stew with decisions or shit that's happened, but it's like, all right, can't control that, or well, I made that decision. I got to sleep in the bed I made. Like, all right, fuck, like let's move forward from here. Again, what for me, that for my the way I'm looking at, like, what else do I do other than be happy? Like, I I don't know. Some people, it's somehow, some way, it's being um I don't want to say like depression's a choice. It's been clinically diagnosed as a chemical off balance within the
Yeah.
brain. Um, but when you dwell on something negative or the negatives, it just, it seems to me, really, in my experience, that it takes too much energy to do all to sit and stew and dwell on anything negative than just trying to move past it, or looking at like a glass half full kind of
Mm-hmm.
perspective. It's like it just lets stuff slide off your back. Right? I um even at work, at jobs, some coworkers are stressing about, you know, something that doesn't necessarily need to be done right now. I tell people all the time, like, don't worry, that's a tomorrow problem. Don't fucking worry about it. We'll figure that out tomorrow. Right now, we are cool. We are good to start the day tomorrow, and then we'll figure it out as we go. It's
Mm-hmm.
perfectly fine. We have solutions. Like, don't put too much time and effort into to trying to solve this minor uh, um, inconvenience.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like some of it could possibly come from the lack of stoicism that we have as a nation right now, right? A lot of people do not like to take accountability for their options and blame other people for why they're in certain positions,
mhm,
right? And the second you even start doing that, you're already on the glass half empty,
yeah.
right? To where and you have to be optimistic about things, right? And that's one of the things that's great about paintball is we like with type 2 fun, dude. Sure, it is like so fucking frustrating sometimes where you're going through this type 2 fun, you're sweating your ass off, you're doing all this bullshit, but it's the fact that you're looking at it with a positive mindset that makes it easier to do. It makes it more fun to do. You
Hmm.
know, like, oh man, I gotta go fucking dig a trench. Hey, well, at least I get to dig a trench with my friend.
Yeah.
You know, and that's also
And
that's one reason why my happiness is my people. Because dude, I could be shoveling shit all day, cow shit, the smelliest of cow shit. But if I'm doing it with my friends, oh dude, sir, yes sir, Mister Shit Picker Upper, I'm in. You know?
yeah, you got you got people around you that you could shoot the shit with, right? It's, yeah, yeah. It's finding the shit, finding the positive within stuff. Um, I don't know. Yeah,
Dude,
it's still,
that's
it's
a great question.
still, I'm still gonna sit on it, and think about it. I don't know. Because, you could.
We should ask that to
I was
every
thinking.
guest.
I will. Yeah. Why are you happy? What
We
makes
do,
you
you know?
happy?
Oh, dude, maybe because Caden's fucking question is stupid as fuck. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite color? The fucking second grade question, Caden.
Oh
You're
man.
so much better than
Why?
that. You know how I'm like, oh, if every single person was in a single conduit where you could talk in a megaphone, talk to everybody on the earth, what would you say? What's your favorite color?
Like,
Like, and then yours is like, oh, what makes you happy? Like that is a short but a gear turning question because
mhm.
that some people genuinely might not even be able to answer. They're like
Yeah.
no joke, you might ask that, and there might be such a long pause to where they're like, "Oh, dude, pass."
Yeah. I mean, not even like but why are you happy? Because, well, everyone's been through some shit.
Yeah,
I've been through some shit. You've been through some shit.
mm-hmm.
Fucking everyone's been through some shit that no one would blame you not being happy on.
Yeah,
But why? Why do you stay happy? Yeah. So that might be a reoccurring question.
that is good.
Mm.
That is fucking good. Let me tell you. And you know what? I'll do last one, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay.
Mhm.
You know, and this is a Master Chief quote that got me, where it's like, she said that to me once about being a machine. And I, like, right, so and that was like that. I'm dude. I remember that whole scene so vividly. Right, Commander fucking Lackey coming in to talk to Master Chief on the forward into Dawn in Halo 4, right? And it makes so much sense because, you know, as a man, sometimes we just want to make sure things get done, but with unreal expectations of it, right? To where
Yeah.
only a machine would be able to get that done perfectly, right? Everybody has their bumps and bruises and peaks and valleys along the path, but nobody is able to do it perfectly. Nobody is able to do it perfectly like a machine.
Mm-mm.
Right? And so that really stuck out to me, where it's like, if you act like a machine all the time, you're eventually going to turn into the machine, emotionless.
Yeah.
Just a action, a slave to action, not to choice. I don't know. What do you think about that? About being, has Michelle ever talked to you about, hey, Brando, you're doing just fine. Don't do too much, or anything like that?
No, not necessarily.
That's good.
Yeah. Uh, I think I like at my age now and everything. I think I've learned to pace myself with some things, right?
Mm.
Noticing like don't
Overload yourself.
you could burn yourself out
Yeah.
with things. So, but yeah, I think I mean some people are just wired that way of have they're wired in a way and also having you know some societal pressures or something family dynamic or something that they have to turn into that like machine kind of and just kind of act and it sucks it for sure it's gonna like turn some like humanity kind of off or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I think having some emotion in things are good, but positive or negative emotion. Um, I think it's definitely what makes us human. Um,
And it's okay to have
uh,
emotion. Sometimes, like, people
oh yeah,
are these over stoic people where they're like, fucking soft hands, fucking pussy, never cry. You know, I mean, obviously, I don't want to be around a fucking person that's crying all the fucking time, right? But there's a
there's
difference.
different that feel the emotion. Don't be afraid to necessarily. Don't be afraid to express the emotion, but don't solely react off of emotion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes those decisions require machine-like mentality, where you can't you kind of
Definitely.
where you kind of have to take the emotion out of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, especially where
Oh
it's
yeah.
like, you know, certain things could affect other people, and it's like, selfishly, sometimes you kind of have to like look out for yourself, in a
Yeah.
way.
It here in working in the OR. You at times you yeah a lot of times you take the emotion out of it. You gotta take the emotion out of it, but don't bury the emotion. Feel it. You gotta feel it.
But that's
Which
the difference between humanity, right? Because it's like
yeah
you're doing the machine to get the job done, but you realize that it's like, especially for you, when you're operating on a person, this is someone's life.
yeah.
Like,
At what
carry.
cost?
Damn.
You know. So
At what cost? Holy fuck. At what
yeah.
cost? Damn, dude. That one's got me thinking. At what cost? And you can apply that to
Yeah.
like anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, I want to go completely change my life around. At what cost? Right? And dude, this is another thing that kind of reminded me of, you know, ARG Image, Aaron Gersecki, you know, great friend of the show. He made a thing that really stuck out to me, and it's really been changing my life in every single day instance. Is he had put up this reel where he's like, what was it? It was like, if you want to see the change, you have to destroy the previous version of yourself. You know, if you want to reach
Yeah.
your goals, you have to destroy the person that you previously were. And that really has hit me, right? Because it's like I love being a fucking goofy, go at it, have fun, fuck around kind of guy. But
That's the
makes
inner
me
you
wonder.
you're destroying.
Do I exactly? Do I have to destroy that to reach my goals? I don't think in a 100% necessarily, but I do think that it's like you have to make the sacrifices at certain times.
Yeah. Destroy the previous you, the inner you. What will that make you happy?
Yeah, because
Who
I mean,
knows?
yeah. Well,
And again, at what cost?
fuck, dude. God damn, you're getting me good. Holy fuck, dude. Damn. Now I'm gonna be like sitting on the toilet, just really thinking about this. Going to bed, like sitting up at my, like staring up at the ceiling, like wondering, like,
Watching the fan.
why am I happy?
Yeah,
And I think I mean that question for us, I feel like in a quick sense is easy to answer. Why are we happy? Because I mean, you have Michelle, I have Tegan. The fact that we're not fucking homeless, the fact that we get to go to our jobs every single day and be productive members of society, right? That's like the quick version of the why we're happy.
Why does that bring you happiness? It's within that you know what.
Oh man. Oh, dude, low key, I could hit something real quick for sure.
No. Hold on. No, we're getting we're ending it on this.
Okay.
We're ending it. Boom, done. Right. We're about to sign off. I want not just you, right? I want listeners as well. Hey, we're not gonna go code work. We're not gonna go cool guy.
Wow.
What makes you happy? Why are you happy?
That is so fucking good.
Let us know. And not like materialistic happiness, like the really really dig deep and why, if you're happy in this situation with these levels, what brings you the happiness from that? Let us know. Yeah, I'm really interested.
That is really
I'll
good.
think about it. Hatch, you think about it. And we'll make Caden think about it too.
Yeah, we should just text him like, what makes you happy? That's it. Just no context to that. What makes you happy? But man, dude, honestly, if I'm being honest, I feel like this was at least for me, a really powerful episode because I was just like, at least some of the things we were talking about where it's like, why are you happy? Or, who the real enemy is, or even just like the change. Dude, the team has undergone so much change in the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
It is crazy. Right? And we're doing nothing but embracing it.
Yeah.
But it is a fear of the unknown.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? We have a lot less support than what we did. But people believe in us as individuals. People believe in us more as individuals than when we were DMG as a team.
It's almost like we believe in ourselves more.
Yes.
As well. So yeah.
Back against the wall.
Venturing into the unknown, but it will be known after this weekend, and we'll let you guys know in the next episode.
Yep, that next episode is definitely going to be exciting. We do have a special guest, but we are going to be going over WC. So, if you guys are listening to it and you made us this far, let us know why are you happy. Share it to us in a DM, put it in the comment, whatever you got to do. Tell your therapist. We're here for you. We are the therapy. FTS. That's what the T in FTS stands for. Is therapy.
Yeah.
So if you made it this far, we love you guys. Thank you for listening. Wait, sorry. Gotta thank Welts. Thank you, Welts. Hey, make sure you guys use code FTS. 10% off tomorrow, the day after we're recording. You already missed it, but it's Welts Wednesday. They dropped a brand new blue drippy Keep Struggling shirt. It is absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna pick me one up, so get ready to see some dope photos of it. Hormesis Paintball, those guys are making ebbs and strides in the paintball world. Without them, dude, where's the paintball fashion show gonna go? Like that is like the Gucci. The what's another famous brand?
Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton. What's another famous brand? I don't even think I can name any more than that.
Shit, that's about it.
Dior. Is that a shoe brand?
Ooh.
Is that a shoe brand?
I mean,
It sounds fancy.
sounds. Yeah. Look it
Versace.
up. Ooh, Versace.
That's a word. But and last but not least, Capital Edge Paintball Park. If you guys really want to sharpen your sword, come up, talk to us. We will more than likely be able to give you guys some spins, unless we're kind of like it's a weekend where we kind of have to focus on ourselves. Well, more than likely, like if you have a team and you want to come up and scrim, dude, we will set that up. We're in.
Just let us know.
Let us know. On any given weekend, you can find 4 pro teams out there to where, or sorry, 3 pro teams and a bunch of fucks that call themselves the Ducks, right? So come on out to Capital Edge Paintball Park. Come say hi. Have a great time. If you made it this far, we love you. Thank you for watching. Bye.